What's up everybody, welcome back to Double T Gaming. Hope everyone is having a great day today. And on this day, we're going to be talking about the question that I see a lot of folks asking or just talking about, and that is why Blizzard hasn't gone after or sued Ascension WoW like they have with other servers. Now first off, let me be clear. I don't want Blizzard to go after Ascension, like at all. But no, I don't think talking about this would draw any more attention to Ascension than there already is. Because mainly, Blizzard definitely knows about Ascension. They've known about Ascension for years as the private server has been around for years. And of any private server out there, Ascension has probably customized Blizzard's content the most, basically coining the classless type server before Bronzebeard was even a thing. They've had a completely custom version of WoW and Conquest of Azeroth in the mix and playable for years as well. They've advertised on social media, had YouTube advertisement campaigns, basically taking the same route that Turtle WoW did with that, albeit not really poking the bear type, but they've certainly made enough noise and have developed their own company basically, all using the World of Warcraft IP. And on top of that, they probably have one of, if not the most aggressive cash shop a private server can have, outside of Warmane, because that's like an entirely different thing. So with all of this in mind, you have to ask, why hasn't Blizzard done anything about it? Now in the last 3 months or so, we've seen them officially serve Turtle WoW with a lawsuit stating that they've gone through a multi-month long investigation process looking into them. They sent Project Epoch, the other Classic Plus server, a cease and desist letter, which Ascension publicly took over, then also shut down a smaller Classic server in Everlook. All while Ascension was advertising and getting ready to launch their own Taking Classic Plus with Warcraft Reborn Bronzebeard, which has been making just as much noise as Turtle or Epoch had and probably has an easier barrier to entry than any of those servers just based on the playstyle. Now some people do argue that Blizzard doesn't do anything about them, is just all location based, with Ascension being reportedly hosted in different areas like Russia, China, or other areas of Europe. But we saw Blizzard completely ignore geographic limitations for a US based company and them trying to go after Turtle WoW being based in Kazakhstan or wherever they may be. Albeit, even so, it would be an expensive lawsuit for Blizzard to go after them if they are based like all around the world. But they felt it worth it enough with Turtle to at least give it a try. Some people say it's mainly because of the Unreal Engine, but then why go after Project Epoch the way they did? And also, why not just keep climbing up the food chain when Epoch went to Ascension and then go after Ascension from there, saying that they are hosting now Epoch, the server they're trying to get rid of. And in terms of pure popularity over the years and just being public knowledge, Ascension has been at the forefront of private servers since Mists of Pandaria almost. And within just a few weeks span, a few months ago, Blizzard was knocking through Classic servers as much as they could, again most likely in relation to a Classic Plus they'll be announcing at BlizzCon in late 2026. Now some people also argued that it's because classless WoW and Ascension in general has strayed farther from the Blizzard IP that Blizzard maybe won't win in court because it's not their work anymore. And as much as some people would hate to hear it, I don't think that would be the case at all either. At the end of the day, the baseline of the game, the models, the characters, the world itself, is still WoW. It would kind of be like taking Mario 64 and changing how the combat works a little bit and then arguing to Nintendo it's a different game. I just don't think that's a case that would hold up at all for Ascension. I don't think there would be any doubt at all that Blizzard would win that court battle. Then it's the theory that I personally think is the closest answer, and that is that Blizzard and Ascension have some sort of backroom deal. And that deal basically means that Blizzard lets Ascension operate as their own entity and just turn the other way about it to the public eye. Now with this, I don't know if there would be any money involved at all, like Ascension pays Blizzard to let them keep running, Blizzard just says okay to it, or if it's literally just Blizzard letting Ascension experiment with different features and see what people like the most. Then Blizzard implements that into their own game somehow. Like basically the entire premise of Season of Discovery with runes working almost identical to the Mystic enchantment system that Ascension has had for years. And if you dig deep enough into some Reddit threads, you'll see some stories about people being in a guild with Ascension employees, and those employees even admitting that Blizzard has helped them with some class designs specifically for Conquest of Azeroth. So, I mean, honestly, is it out of the realm of possibility that Dutch and the Ascension team have some understanding with Blizzard, and Blizzard has openly lent a hand to them just to see what players like without going through the official WoW PTR or other areas of official feedback? I mean, to be fair, when it comes to implementing features or an entirely new class or something super radical, in a private server landscape, it is a lot more accepted to just throw it out there than going through the official WoW servers to do it, and the extra red tape and QA testing that goes along with it. A private server can literally do whatever they want, and Blizzard probably realizes that in some way. Now, I'm not saying it's entirely out of the realm of possibility that Blizzard would go after Ascension. The last few months has been the most noise Blizzard has made with private servers in years. But honestly, if they haven't gone after them now in the same manner that they went after Turtle WoW and Project Epoch, and to be fair, there very well could have been a cease and desist served at some point to Ascension that just was never made public, but then I just don't think Blizzard will do anything about them at all, and I really hope that they don't. But with all that being said, really the only explanation that I can think of that somehow fits is that there is some sort of handshake or understanding going on between Ascension and Blizzard. Is that weird? Yeah, a little bit, and if that's true, I don't see why Blizzard wouldn't try to pursue Turtle WoW's idea with their open letter last month, unless they're just kind of butthurt about the poking fun that Turtle WoW has done to them on social media over the last few months. Would it be cool to actually know for sure that Blizzard and Ascension work together? Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be really cool to know that a company like Blizzard that has had not the best public reputation over the last few months when it comes to communicating with their customers, especially the classic customers, knowing that they are trying their best to work with a server like Ascension that kind of throws things together based on public feedback a lot. But I guess ultimately, and this is one of those videos where it's kind of like a welcome to my TED Talk type thing. My question to you guys is, why do you think Blizzard hasn't gone after Ascension in the same manner they have other servers? Is there some shady deal going on? Is Ascension just the ultimate WoW PTR realm for Blizzard to watch and learn from? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm really interested to see others' theories about it, and if anybody has anything concrete that they'd like to share. But again, like I said, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate and a happy holidays in general. Thank you guys for watching. This is Double T Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Double T in the house, yeah, the grind don't stop. Classic World of Warcraft, straight to the top. Private service popping, got the code unlocked. Regular guy, but the content's gold, full stock. Handsome as heck, yeah, the mirror don't lie. Got a wife and a kid.